We're going to be talking about Pretty Boy Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie. Yes, that is part of the Gracie BJJ family. Um, Looking at this fight, man, these odds are massive. And it continues to get bigger. Minus 800 at the start of the show. Minus 850 now. It just it just keeps going in Bryce Mitchell's favor.
I get
80,
it, but man, it sucks.
I right? 86% of the
Yeah.
bets, 67% of the money. And the fact that it's like minus 850, I'm like, okay. Maybe Vegas is helping us out a little here with that. Because 33% at almost plus 600, Vegas isn't paying that out. I don't see it. And with it moving, it's like, is it going to start more money starts piling in on Gracie? I don't know, man. I don't know. And that line keeps moving. I have to go Mitchell here, man. I have to go Mitchell. He leads in almost every category. Once again, they're seen on the screen right now. Mitchell just more active too. Gracie, like, he's the big name, but at the same time, like, he has not been good. He's lost to guys much worse than Mitchell in his time in the UFC. Now he gets to face Mitchell here. I don't know. I know Mitchell had like that pretty tough knockout a while back, but I just don't see him losing this fight, dude. Just, okay, you know what? Grappling, sure. Grappling only, okay, BJJ tournament. But that's not what this is. This is MMA. You can get punched, and then Mitchell, I think he has the wrestling know-how to, like, if it does go to the ground, I don't think he's going to submit Gracie, but I think he can get away. If they do start getting tangled up together, I think he knows his body and leverage good enough that he can get up and either get better position to keep mounting ground and pound or just get back to his feet. That's kind of how I see this fight going. What do you think, Bobby?
I think he might be wild enough to try. This card is just
think?
full of guys that I love. I love Bryce Mitchell. I love Brian Battle. I love Nate Landwehr. Like, this has a lot of people I genuinely like on it. Bryce Mitchell's another one of those crazy-ass dudes that I genuinely like on this card. He might be crazy enough to try. I mean, nobody thought he was going to damn near submit Charles Rosa. I know, obviously, there's levels to this and everything else, but so many people going into that Charles Rosa fight were like, he's a black belt, he's a black belt. And even though he didn't get the sub, he had good defense, credit to him. He made Charles Rosa look like a white belt. He made Charles Rosa look terrible, like an amateur, like he had never taken a BJJ or wrestling class in his entire life. I mean, he got choked out by Ilya Taporia, no shame there,
Right.
2 years ago. Yeah, as you mentioned, he got knocked out by Josh Emmett, the guy who has ungodly power, going up against the guy with absolutely no striking defense, and Bryce Mitchell. But, I mean, it's pretty much like, pick your poison here. Bryce Mitchell's better in the striking department. That's not saying much, don't get me wrong. His striking is still not good, but it's worlds better than Kron Gracie. And Kron Gracie, he came in with so much hype and just has done nothing. Kron Gracie, honestly, he's been an embarrassment. And I don't like to, like, pile on fighters and just, like, shit on them and everything this hard. But, dude, Kron Gracie has been absolutely terrible since he came into the UFC. Like, butt scooting, like the definition of whatever you think about stereotypical, disgusting, pure BJJ that just makes the whole sport tainted and look bad in a mixed martial arts setting. That is straight up Kron Gracie. The butt scooting, the just flailing down, crawl atop me, meet your doom bullshit that he did against Cub Swanson, that he did against Charles Jourdain. Like, it's just been bad. Like, he was lucky that he choked out Alex Caceres. And then he's only had 7 total MMA fights, 5 wins, 2 losses. Has only won once in the UFC. Like I said, Alex Caceres isn't good either, but that was 2019. Lost in 2019 to Cub Swanson, took a long layoff, didn't fight again until 2023, and lost to Charles Jourdain. So it's another do or die situation. Mm-hmm. We've wasted so much of your prime and your potential. For what? Did he take
Jourdain
all that?
Got you.
Yeah,
he got both of them.
Did he take all that time off and get better? No, because he still lost to Charles Jourdain, and he was still doing the same things that he did against Swanson, against Jourdain. Like, at one point, Cub Swanson in that fight, he was just body shotting them and just spamming the body shot. And it's insane how he didn't go down from how many body shots he took. Somehow, some way, with whatever weird, crazy, tantric, sex, esoteric breathing practices he had, he managed to not gas out, but he still just got handily dismantled. So it's like, what is Bryce Mitchell going to do? He's a crazy man. They're both flat earthers. So this thing ain't going last. It's not going longer than a round because the earth isn't even round. It's just flat. It's just a rectangle. It's not a sphere.
It's an octagon.
So it's like, what is he even going to do? Yeah, it's an octagon. Is he going to strike with them and body shot him to death like Swanson? Maybe. Is he going to box his ears off like a Habib's version of doing his Muhammad Ali against Ali Quinta in a Walmart great value version? Possibly. Is he going to try to prove a point that his BJJ is better than the guy with the legendary BJJ name? Probably. Would he be able to do it? Hell yeah. He's going to pretty much have his way with Kron Gracie however he wants. It's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be terrible. So it's like, is he going to do KO, TKO, or sub? Because if you do that, you're getting it at a pretty decent plus 225. But then I'm also tempted to just say outright sub at plus 400 or outright KO at plus 500. It's just, you're getting so much value on this. Like, I struggle to see how Kron Gracie does anything different because he's proven to us already. All right, I've taken 2 years off. I've thought a lot about my future, what I want my future to be, how I want to fight, how I want to get better to not embarrass myself, and I'm going to do the same exact shit. And it's like, okay, I get it, but I guess so far I'm going to go KO, TKO, or sub at plus 225.
I don't like it. I'm going to do the KO decision at the minus 450. I just think maybe Gracie can outlast him. Like, I think he still loses, but I just think maybe if Gracie just, like, tumbles around enough, he can just run out the clock.
Maybe. And now I'm worried about, since I brought up the whole Cub Swanson thing, because it's like Cub Swanson has some power. He is a strong dude, and he was just, God, he was pummeling them. And he just somehow, like I said, tantric, sex, esoteric breathing. I guess I'll go. Yeah, I'll be with you on that one. Let's go with that. Maybe I'll come back for a haymaker. We'll see.
I know the minus 450 is disgusting, but what are you going to do in this fight? I mean,
right.
Even if you take him at the just straight decisions minus 200, you're not going to take that. Just take the double. I like it.
Right.